With the arrival of the Scum and Villainy faction to X-Wing, we're going to start seeing more bounty hunters joining the battle. The IG-2000 is the personal ship of the assassin droid and bounty hunter known as IG-88. Although he only appears briefly in the Star Wars movies, IG-88 plays a larger role in the expanded universe. I highly recommend reading Therefore I Am by Kevin J. Anderson, a short story included in the book Tales of the Bounty Hunters. The salient piece of information in regards to X-Wing, though, is that there are 4 identical IG-88 droids, all linked together via a singular artificial intelligence. The IG-2000 expansion gives you one Aggressor-class starfighter with 4 unique pilots. As you might guess, those 4 pilots are the 4 different IG-88s, each with a different ability and the capability to link these abilities together with one another. This ship has a lot of firsts for X-Wing, the first of these being that it has no non-unique pilots. This is the smallest of the large ships in the game. It's not much bigger than the Hawk 290, which to be fair is pretty big for a small ship. But look at it next to the Millennium Falcon. I feel like this ship is walking the line between large and small, and could have gone either way. Unlike most of the other large ships in the game, the Aggressor doesn't have either a turret primary weapon or an auxiliary firing arc. It has only the standard front-facing arc. This means that careful positioning will be extremely crucial in order to do well with this ship. Luckily, it has a lot of tools to help make that job easier. The first of these tools can be seen on the maneuver dial. This is a slow but highly maneuverable ship, with turns at speeds 1 and 2, banks at 1 to 3, and straights at 1 to 3. It can also K-turn at speed 4, and perform the new Segnor's Loop maneuver at speed 3. It's also got 9 different green maneuvers, giving it plenty of options for getting rid of stress. On the stat line, we see another of the firsts that the Aggressor brings to the game. It has an attack value of 3, agility of 3, and 4 hull and 4 shields. This is the first large ship in the game with 3 agility. Although with only 8 hits required to destroy it, it's also the most fragile large ship. On the action bar, we have 2 more firsts. Along with the expected focus and target lock, it's got boost and evade, which no other large ships currently have printed on their card, although the YT-1300 can gain evade with the Millennium Falcon title, and any ship in the game can use boost with the engine upgrade modification. The upgrade bar is loaded. Every pilot can use an elite talent, system upgrade, 2 cannons, a bomb, and an illicit upgrade, in addition to a modification and the IG-2000 title. That's a ridiculous amount of customization options, and it makes this ship a lot of fun to kit out. One thing worth noting is that this is the first large ship in the game without the ability to add at least 1 crew upgrade. Thematically, this makes sense because the droid-piloted IG-2000 has no life support. Since all 4 pilots in this expansion are IG-88s, they have identical pilot skills of 6, and each costs 36 points. IG-88A recovers 1 shield after destroying an enemy ship. The mileage you'll get out of this ability is really going to vary depending on what your opponent brings to the table. If he has 5 or more ships, you may get some decent use out of it, but if he's running a smaller build, such as a pair of large ships, its usefulness decreases to almost nothing. So there's some pretty major swing factor in this ability. It could be a game changer and it could fall flat. It's my least favorite of the 4 IG-88 abilities. IG-88B has a sort of built-in gunner effect. Once per round after performing an attack that doesn't hit, he can perform an attack with a cannon secondary weapon. IG-88C gets a free evade action after performing a boost action. This is a really amazing ability since it combines maneuver flexibility via boost with the defensive bonus from evade. And of course, anything that gives you a free action is very powerful in X-Wing. Finally, IG-88D can execute his Segnor's Loop maneuvers using the Speed 3 turn template instead of the Speed 3 banks. This is also a great ability, since it makes IG-88 extremely unpredictable and is also very useful for getting his firing arc where you need it. Moving on to the upgrades, we have another copy of Accuracy-Corrector. This is a systems upgrade that's also available in the Star Viper expansion. It costs 3 points and lets you cancel your attack roll and then add 2 normal hits to the results. Auto Blaster, a cannon upgrade that costs 5 points, was first available in the B-Wing expansion. It lets you make an attack at range 1 using 3 dice, and normal hit results can't be cancelled by defense dice. The X-Wing FAQ has an important clarification to this weapon. Any evade results added to the defense roll from things like evade tokens or C-3PO's ability can't be used to cancel Auto Blaster hits. This makes the combination of Auto Blaster and Accuracy Corrector a guaranteed 2 damage attack. Mangler Cannon is new to Wave 6 and also comes in the M3A Interceptor expansion. It costs 4 points, lets you make a 3 dice attack at ranges 1 to 3, and gives you the option of changing one normal hit result to a critical hit. Proximity Mines was previously available only in Wave 2's Slave 1 expansion. It's a secondary weapon that lets you drop a Proximity Mine token on the board following the normal bomb deployment rules. Any ship that moves through or overlaps the token takes a non-defendable 3 dice attack roll. Seismic Charges is also available in the Slave 1 and TIE Bomber expansions. This bomb costs 2 points and detonates after your activation, dealing 1 damage to any ships at range 1 of the bomb token. Deadman Switch is a new illicit upgrade that's unique to this expansion. There are 2 copies included. It costs 2 points and causes all ships at range 1 of your ship to suffer 1 damage when you are destroyed. A bunch of cheap scum ships like M3As or Z95s with these could be a very scary kamikaze strike force. Feedback Array is also unique to this expansion as of Wave 6. It's an illicit upgrade that costs 2 points. Instead of making an attack, it lets you take an Ion token and suffer 1 damage in exchange for dealing 1 damage to an enemy ship at range 1. Similar to Deadman's Switch, a bunch of low-cost ships with this upgrade could really be devastating to a lot of different ships in the game. There are 2 copies included. Inertial Dampeners is an illicit upgrade that's also included with the Starfighter. It costs 1 point and can be discarded to perform a white 0-speed maneuver instead of your revealed maneuver, and then gives you a stress token. I really love the combo of this with anti-pursuit lasers on the IG-2000. It lets you put your ship right in the path of opposing ships and then stay there for an extra round, getting free attack dice rolls on every enemy ship that runs into you. Hotshot Blaster is also available in the Most Wanted box. It's an illicit upgrade that costs 3 points and can be discarded to make an attack with 3 dice at ranges 1 to 2. This attack can target enemy ships that are outside of your firing arc, so it's basically a one-shot turret, which makes it especially good for the Aggressor since it has only the standard front-facing attack arc. Finally, here's the card that really defines this ship and the built-in synergy between the 4 IG-88 droids. The IG-2000 title costs 0 points and gives you the ability of each other friendly ship with the IG-2000 title. Unlike every other title in the game, this upgrade is not unique and can be applied to every Aggressor in your squadron. Its ability is absolutely useless if you're flying a single IG-2000, but gets increasingly better with each different IG-88 added to the squadron. At 36 points, you can get a maximum of 2 in a standard 100-point build, but having 2 large ships, each with a pair of identical abilities, is really incredible. Of course, this means that in order to take advantage of this, you'll need to buy at least 2 copies of this expansion. Personally, I'm a fan of IG-88's B and C flying together. They both get the free cannon attack after a miss as well as the free evade action after boosting. But really, any combination of the 4 IG-88s can result in some amazing combos, and that's before adding upgrades. This ship is super fun to build, and will only get better as more upgrade cards are added to the game. I'm predicting right now that the dual IG-2000 build is going to become a top-tier tournament squadron. There's so much customization available to this ship, and it's possible to fly a pair of them together with loads of upgrades, or just fly them naked and add a couple of cheap Z95s or M3As as filler. This is far and away my current favorite Scum and Villainy ship, and I'll be testing out several dual IG-2000 builds in the near future. It's going to be very interesting to watch the builds for this ship over the next year. Okay, that's the IG-2000 expansion pack. This is a really nice package with a lot of upgrades that haven't been seen in a while, in addition to a bunch of solid new options. While a single IG-2000 can be powerful, it really shines with 2 of them flying together. If you're interested in flying Scum builds, I'd highly recommend picking up 2 of these and trying out different builds. I'll be posting my favorite double IG-2000 build in a future shipbuilding video. As always, thanks for watching the Cardboard Dungeon. I'll see you next time.